Hi all, this is Beginner's Guide to Web Development from HollyGeek. In this video, we will help you learn about HTML basics. But before that, there are a few things which you should know. That is, this web development guide is for absolute beginners. That is, anyone without any prior knowledge of HTML coding or web coding can develop and design websites after viewing this video. Okay, so for that we will be helping you to learn basic HTML, basic CSS, basic JavaScript, and then we will be using basic PHP for the further coding. Then another thing is that in this video we have used Dreamweaver CS6 as the IDE and local server used is WAMP. For newbies, please don't worry. We have provided with the video about how to download and install Dreamweaver and WAMP. Please check our site, that is HollyGeek.tk. And if any queries and doubts are there, please feel free to submit that on our website. So for the introduction, what is web development? Web development is a broad term for the work involved in developing a website for the internet. You would have seen different variety of websites available on net. Some of you would have thought like, how could they develop such awesome websites? But there are people with awesome web development skills who could actually make unbelievable sites out there. So web development can range from developing the simplest static single page of plain text to the most complex web-based internet applications. That is, like for the example of this static single page of plain text, we could say like some websites have like contact button. When you click on the contact button, you will get a page, very simple page, which says some single form to fill up. That is very simple and static page. Then for this complex web-based internet application, most of you have gone through some of the online portals, shopping portals. Definitely that is very complex applications. All those are possible because of this web development. And for this web development, developers use certain web development tools. And what does this web development tools do? Actually, they allow the developers to work with a variety of web technologies including HTML, CSS, DOM and JavaScript, etc. So in this beginner's guide to web development, we will be showing you or teaching you the basic lessons of HTML, basic CSS and basic JavaScript. For this time, because of this is for absolute beginners, we will keep this DOM apart from our guide. Then finally we will be using some basic PHP for further HTML coding. Okay, then for the first thing, HTML. What is HTML? HTML is hypertext markup language, and which is the core language for designing and developing a website. Without HTML, no such awesome websites you have seen is not available. Actually, HTML was basically developed by W3C back in 1993. Then they have interacted with or cooperated with certain other companies like to develop or to update different versions of HTML. Since 1993, HTML has been updated to different versions, and to the latest it is HTML5. HTML5 has awesome features regarding the older version of HTML5. So by meaning older version of HTML5, it is like HTML4 something. Okay, so that doesn't matter in this case, since you are very absolute beginner. Just think about the HTML thing. Forget about the HTML5, 4 and all of that. So what is HTML? You know now. Then how is HTML coding done? HTML is written in forms of elements which are placed inside tags. As you can see there, this is called an opening tag and this is called a closing tag. So like a very basic HTML format is shown here. That is, it starts with HTML. That is an HTML open tag, and at the bottom you can see the HTML closing tag. Okay, for most of these HTML elements, the element should have an opening tag and a closing tab. Okay, so that's all for that HTML format stuff. Then telling more about HTML. HTML is supported by all of the web browsers available online, offline, or available all over the world. Okay, then HTML coding is very simple. It could be learned quickly. Yeah, I guarantee you that after going on through this video, you will feel like this was awesome. I learned HTML. You are going to say that. Okay, so here is a very simple HTML code. Okay, so I will just explain this to you. What is here shown is doc type HTML. That is nothing but it shows that the document type is HTML. What is going to happen after this is HTML. That is what it says. And there we have an HTML opening tag. Always an HTML code should have that. That is very compulsory. Then there will be a heading tag, another one that is very much compulsory. Inside that there is title. For the beginners, okay, as you are just a beginner, I could say like that sometimes that is not necessary, but it is necessary when you go further with coding. Okay, I will just show you an example after finishing this code. So there ends the head with a closing tag. Then comes the body of our HTML code. The body of our HTML code contains the exact data what we want to show on our website, what we want our users or people viewing our website should see. All those things comes inside the body of our HTML code. Okay, so here I am just written hello world, and after finishing the body, that is closing the body with a closing tag, I have gone and completed HTML code by including an HTML closing tag. Okay, see, let's do this. Then you will understand why title is needed and why it can be skipped in our case. So before that, I have to tell you something, that when the starting it has been told that I have been using Dreamweaver CS6 as the IDE. That is, I am using Dreamweaver CS6 for coding HTML. But like you should know this, that HTML can be written in any text editor. There is no need of any IDE for writing HTML. You could use any text editor, that is like a Word, Rich WordPad, Notepad++, Notepad. Just type your desired code and save it as your desired name .htm or HTML. That will give you the extension HTML or HTM so that your web browsers can detect your code. So for the first time that I am helping you to code, I will be using a text editor rather than Dreamweaver. Okay, so let's go to our text editor, and we will be giving, first we will be telling that what is the doc type. Doc type is HTML. Then we will start our HTML code. Then we will be providing a head. Inside the head we have to put a title. I will show you what is this title means in a few minutes. Then we have to close the title, otherwise it won't work. Then we have to close our head. Then here is our body, and inside our body we will be writing hello world. Okay, then our body has to be closed with this, and we will be finishing our HTML coding with closing HTML tag. Okay, then you have to do is save it, and when you are going to save it as your name. I'm going to give it as a test. Then I'm saving it as test dot HTML. You can also use HTML as you wish, like HTML and HTML will both work, but make sure you are giving the extension as text.html, HTML or HTML, but make sure you are doing either of that. Okay, then save, and I have saved it to my desktop. So let's look at that. We will be getting a, see here you can see a test.html file. My, like what you are seeing now, my default browser is Firefox, that's why it's showing it as a Firefox file. So when we open it, let's see what's going to happen. Just open it, and that's it. Okay, let's go back to our code. So what you can see here is that we have provided with an simple HTML code that is showing hello world in the browser. So coming back to the title, sorry, I have misspelled title. Okay, not changed. Okay, so what's happening here is we have typed title inside the title tabs and it will come here. Okay, so just like this, see, I'm just went to Google's page, then what is it showing? It is showing Google to that. So this is the title of your web page, not your heading. Make sure it's not the heading, it is the title of your web page. Like Google has Google on there, you have title on here. If you want to change it, you can change it to anything you like, test 1 2 3, anything. Okay, I'll show you like that, 1 2 3 4, and just save it, restart your browser, and there you go. Okay, then back to our presentation. Okay, now HTML to HTML5. Actually, one thing you have to keep in mind is that since you are just a beginner and you are learning the basics of HTML, it doesn't care whether it is HTML4 or HTML5. HTML4 was a previous version which was standardized in 1997 by W3C, and as of October 2014, HTML5 has been used as a core technology markup language for the internet. So what is the new feature, or what is new with HTML5? HTML5 differs from HTML4 in a very different way, because HTML4 lacks some new features of HTML5 that are like header, footer elements, article elements, and section elements. Okay, then some of the few new features that are very good in HTML5 are like video playback, drag and drop, etc. So let's think about like this. If you were coding in HTML4 and we have to put some videos and audios or anything like that on our web page, then we have had to use third-party plugins such as Adobe Flash, Microsoft Silverlight, and other Google Gears. But with HTML5, all these features are built in, so we don't need any third parties. That is very good thing, because that will save our time. Okay, and it will speed up our web pages. Okay, then what's next is that HTML5 formatting. The HTML5 formatting is also a bit different from HTML4 format. As you can see, there are few different things available here. First of all, let's see the character encoding. Okay, before HTML5, the character encoding were like pretty long, not like this. Now the character encoding has been shortened to a little bit, but in the previous versions of HTML it was long chords. Okay, that is one of the thing. Then, as I have told earlier, one of the main feature included in HTML5 is the header, navigations, articles, aside and section elements. So here you can see when we are coding in HTML5 format, head is there, and after that we are using a meta tag for character encoding. Then inside the body we are placing a header. Header is nothing but it gives us the page header site name. Okay, in previous versions, if you want to create a separate divisions for page header or site name, we have to use divisions. Okay, and since we are using various divisions, it would have been a little bit difficult. Okay, so at this moment you don't have to be worried about what is a division, what is section, what is a header, nothing. Just go through this code. I just want to make sure everything is getting to you. Okay, then as I have told you about the new features in HTML5, like there are new semantic elements like header, footer and section, etc, etc and etc. Then we can add inbuilt audio video stuffs, because this will, by this way it will be easier without restoring to any third party plugins. Then we can use canvas that supports two-dimensional drawing surface. Then one of the, like my favorite feature is that drag and drop. We can